Okay guys, my first, I guess you could say major problem with the John Deere 757 ZTRAK. This is a 2002 model. My clutch bearings, or the bearings in my clutch are gone. You can see lots of the bearings are gone. It just started clanging on me, and I smelled something. I thought the engine was blowing up there for a second, but luckily it was just the bearings on this electric PTO clutch, I guess they call it. Getting ready to replace it here. The new one should be here in a few hours. I'm out in the old shop here because this is where I parked it when I found the problem, and now it won't start. I'm guessing this is either locked up or something and it won't disengage, and it's not allowing it to start. So I'm going to try to attempt this in the old shop here. I don't have all the tools, but I'll just have to go get them. Anyway, I've unplugged it here. Hopefully this thing will just slide off here, I'm hoping. I took off the pulley off the, I guess they call this the mule belt. This goes around the PTO clutch and it goes down to another pulley on the deck. I can't get it on there, but then that turns the belt, or the pulley that turns the belts for the blades. So I just took this pulley completely out. It goes bolts right there, the 18 millimeter. It wasn't loose enough to get the belt off, so I just pulled it off. It's on the loosest setting. For some reason there is no tightening. I'll have to check the tension on this spring. There's a spring there, it's supposed to have a certain amount of length on it, and I'm not sure there was enough tension on it, so I'll have to check that once I replace this clutch. So anyway, the pulley's out, it's right there. I'm going to take my belt off here. It just comes off, and now hopefully this bolt here, I'm going to run it out, and hopefully this PTO clutch is going to come out here. Hopefully it's just keyed on there. Finally. Okay, so I finally got it off of my puller here. Pretty much destroyed my clutch getting it off. I tried grabbing this pulley and all it was doing was bending. So I had to get behind the clutch here and just really crank her down, and she finally went. Got to clean this up really good here, the shaft, so we don't have any trouble getting the other one back on. So I'm going to do that, grab the new clutch, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, so let's take a look at the new clutch. The clutch is an Extreme. Found it on eBay. The original was a Warner 5218-91. I just typed that in eBay and found this clutch here. It's supposed to be a better clutch. I can see right here they've eliminated a plug-in, which is actually, I think, smart. So it eliminates a potential problem there. They got nice dielectric grease already installed in the connections, which I think is really nice. Another thing is this Extreme clutch has an aluminum pulley versus the steel pulley on the original. I guess there's supposed to be less deflection or something on the pulley that way. There's some other things that this is supposed to have. It's supposed to run cooler. It's got heavier, dutier bearings on here. So that's a look at the new clutch that I'm sticking on here. I'm going to clean up the shaft on the motor. We're going to get this installed. This does have warnings all over it. It says use a torque wrench, no impact, and then they want you to check the system voltage. I'll probably do that just to be on the safe side. Show you how I do it. Let's get to installing this. Okay, we're gonna see if we can't get this installed onto the shaft here. Making sure we line up the keyway on the shaft. I think we're seated. I'm going to take a little lock thing, install that back on. Okay, then we got the little spacer that was on there. And we got our bolt. I'm not going to torque it with this, I'm just running the bolt in. I'll torque it, I gotta find the torque specs, I don't know if they sent them or not, but I'll have to see what that is. It wasn't on too terribly tight. The pulley, idler pulley was on way tighter than this thing, so I believe that's it. Once I get that torqued, I run my belt back around it, plug it in, get my pulley back installed down there, my idler pulley, and then probably going to, I'll check my voltage. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, one tip here, trying to get my pulley back on. Had a hard time. So what I did is there's a bolt right here, back there, that actually holds the tensioner from going completely out. I just got a pry bar behind that and pried it up to relieve the pressure, and then slid my bolt through my pulley and tightened her down. So that's kind of a tip there, I guess. I got everything installed here. Everything's tightened up. I just got to plug this in. Like I said, before I do that, I am going to do the voltage check on this thing. Basically what you do is you fire the machine up, unplug the PTO, and then you're going to pull the PTO switch, and you're going to read the voltage on your plug here. I think it's supposed to be 13 or 14 volts. I'll have to check on their paper, but I'm going to do that next. We'll see what we get here. Okay, so I'm getting ready to test the voltage going to the PTO clutch. You can see I got my voltmeter here. I've got it hooked up to the wires, positive and negative. I don't believe it matters which one is which, because it's just the power is going through positive, negative. So trying to do this with one hand is difficult. I'm going to fire it up. And okay, without the PTO clutch engaged, you can see it's 0 volts. That's what it's supposed to be. When I pull the plug, okay, it's supposed to be 13.4 to 14 volts. So you can see 13.9, 14 volts. If I rev it up, and when I shut it off, 0 volts. So the electric is good for this. They want you to test that. Apparently that can destroy one of these electric clutches. So I'm good. You might want to test that before you put a brand new one on. $220 for this clutch. You definitely don't want to ruin it. Okay, one final thing on the installation here. Hooking this up. You want to use the supplied zip ties and make sure this wire does not get close to this belt. You know, if this belt catches this wire, your clutch is done. So just make sure you get them nice and tight. There's 2 holes. Put them back where the factory routed them, right there. And we're ready to go. We're ready to go try this thing out. I'm going to change the oil, I think, before I try this thing out, but after that I'm going to try it out, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think about it. Okay, so I got everything completed here. Just gave it a little bath to clean off the oil cooler and stuff. So before you go out and hammer this clutch, first thing they want you to do is kind of break it in. So what they recommend is half throttle, engage the PTO, let the blade spin for a few seconds, then shut it off, let the blade stop, and then continue this 10 times. Then after that, they want you to check the torque on the clutch bolt, and then it's broken. I don't know what they call it. They're calling it varnish the clutch. So I'm going to do that off camera. I think it's pretty self-explanatory how to do it. So that's going to conclude this, guys. I'm going to go do some mowing. I might be back here and tell you what I think of it. Okay, so about an hour of mowing later. First impressions of the clutch, it's awesome. The engagement is so smooth like when it was new. The old clutch has been struggling for a long time, I think. No issues, like I said, about an hour on it. Love it. I guess time will tell the longevity on this thing. So I guess that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.